It's HBR, and I'm Dave Lawrence, host of All Things Considered. One of my favorite parts of doing this show over the last 15 years is the wide range of folks we get to speak with. And as we're wrapping up the year, we're celebrating the lives of guests that we said goodbye to in 2024. That includes going way back to 2011 for highlights from an interview with Maui resident and entertainment legend, Kristofferson.
And like I said, I get along with the people here. They're terrific for me because the kids just call me uncle, and if people come over looking for me, they never heard of me.
You got your own security system.
Yeah.
I like that. Did you know at all George Harrison, he lived in Hana too, right?
He wasn't right in Hana, but it was close. On the way here, maybe they call it Hana, but George came over to my house once, and I was over to his. In those days, I was just coming here in between work, so I wasn't here a whole lot. But it was funny, he drove up, and I was so used to not seeing people, and I think I was out with a chainsaw out there cutting down trees. And he drove up there, and I said, "Yeah, what do you want?" And I had no idea who it was, And he said, it's George. And I said, "Yeah." I was so embarrassed, and all of a sudden I recognized him, went down and saw him. But he was a great guy.
Had you already known each other at that point?
Well, we had seen each other, but at the time on the road, it's kind of hard to really know anybody. I was working every day of the year.
Okay.
I had seen him at one of these benefit things, where you're all together, but I didn't really know him. After that, we got along pretty well. He was a good guy, and sorry to see him go.
Are there things that, as you look back from your unique education at Oxford or maybe your time in the Army, that you can point to that were crucial in your life as how you turned out as a person with the character that you've got?
Well, one of the most important learning periods for me when I was growing up was that summer I spent out on Wake Island, living with the people from Hawaiian dredging, and those values. It sort of turned my life around. I got to work out every day, running in the sand with Al Harrington and Don Carswell, and they were both football players there in Honolulu. I was able to find that I could work myself up to being able to do the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to play football, and I hadn't been able to the year before because of some head injuries. And I was too little and too slow, really, to play, but I got in such good shape out in Wake. When I went back, I went from fifth string up to first string just in a matter of weeks. And it was such a good lesson for me. You get out of something how much you put into it.
Mm.
And then the lesson of just following my heart was probably saved my life. And for a while I looked pretty stupid because my parents were a little aghast that I was a janitor at a recording studio after, being at Oxford and everything. But I never looked back, and I loved what I was doing for the right reasons. I didn't think I'd ever make any money at it, but I earned a living at it and have raised a great family.
Celebrating another artist who passed this year, the great Kristofferson, one of many guests we're grateful for here on HBR and All Things Considered. I'm Dave Lawrence.